You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo,
not the
aka
time.
the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Hi, TikTok.
Masturbate.
Tay, say hi to
medicate.
TikTok.
What up, TikTok?
What's up, G-Way? In the club with my twin, we be vibing. I done knocked over the fucking mic and everything.
I'm trying to get this. Okay. I don't know.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
We're starting soon, everyone.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Just getting our life together,
Sexy
making sure that, you know,
sustainability.
we don't
Meditate,
gotta
masturbate,
boogie or anything.
medicate.
Tay, you feel good?
I feel excellent.
You are
girl,
now
almost died.
listening to Kimbology.
Hi, TikTok.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy
All right, we go live on
sustainability.
TikTok too.
Meditate,
Sickening.
masturbate, medicate.
So, there's another live also happening on that side.
Absolutely.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy
All right.
sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
Cool. And then Ricky is like producing it from like yonder. Right, Rick
You
Dog?
are now listening to Kimbology.
Okay. He's
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing
producing
queen.
away.
Sexy sustainability.
We have Taylor. Say hi to the people.
Masturbate.
What's up, y'all? How
Say
y'all
hi.
doing tonight? So
You got all these places. So we got this camera here, we got that camera
I
there, we
know.
got that camera
I
there.
gotta make sure I look in the right places, and then I got my
Yeah.
phone right here.
We got 3 cameras, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, we
You are now
we got
listening to
3
Kimbology.
cameras, y'all. Okay.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, right. You ready? You ready?
Sustainability.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Meditate,
Let's do it.
masturbate.
Hello, 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 everyone out there. Welcome to Kimbology. It's your girl Kimbo here, aka the traveling chafing queen. Bringing the AKs back, y'all.
Definitely.
We got to get you a cute AK too, Tay. We got a guest in the building, y'all. We have Taylor Christina here. She's a good friend of mine that I met in the cannabis industry, and I'm so happy you're here, Tay. Say hi to the people.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. With my girl Kim, I always listen to her podcast, so it is an honor to actually be in the space and have the opportunity to be talking to you all. So here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Literally, here we go. That was wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I know we got the nerves going and everything, guys. But guys, listen. We're here. This is a safe space for all of us. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to sit here and, you know, 2 girls just having a conversation.
Who's here to spill the tea?
Literally. So Tay is going to be joining us for the full episode. So that means we're going to do a little bit of pop culture too. We're going to do a little bit of recycling in the news. We're going to do a little bit of strain of the day with her. And then we're going to, you know, get to know Taylor a little bit more about who she is and, you know, all her advocacy work and just like what she believes in. And then we will be doing Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate too. So I can't wait. You know, that's my favorite part right there because I just love to do Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate with the guests now. It is so fun. But yeah, thank you. And then she's here in the studio, guys. So if you guys are watching us live, we are here live on all the...
Welcome.
Hey, thank you, Mo.
We ready to chit-chat.
Yeah, and when we got 3 cameras, y'all. Shit, we got here 2. We got TikTok lives going, and then we also got everything else going. So we're really excited to be here. And yeah, Tay, it's crazy out in these streets, right?
It's yes.
We're gonna just start with
wild Midwest out here. So
well, everywhere at this point now. I wanted to do a little recycling in the news with you. But let's start on the higher. Let's start on a light note because you did mention that you were coming in while you were driving in. You were listening to something. What was it?
Oh, I was listening to the new Drake album. Absolutely.
Oh my God, dude.
It's all toxic. I love it.
It's all toxic.
It's all toxic. I'm all for it. He literally got on this album. He was like, I giving y'all good music for a long fucking time, and I'm here to talk my shit, and I'm gonna let y'all know I am the bad bitch, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what he said. That's what that album.
I didn't
was
listen
about.
to the whole thing. I listened to a couple of songs.
I'm working through it, but so far, from what I get and what the streets is telling me,
in the streets,
he's the bad bitch now. So.
He's the bad bitch. Oh my God. Speaking of bad bitch, I realized I didn't even introduce you, so that's rude of me.
Okay.
You guys, I'm friends with her in real life, so that's kind of why you're getting this casual, banter between us. But this is Taylor Christina, guys. Can you tell a little bit more about who you are and just why you're here?
I'm the Illinois brand manager for a female-led cannabis brand.
Yes.
I am a model. I've done some acting. I used to be a professional dancer.
Yes.
And by dancer, I mean like hip-hop, ballet, jazz, contemporary. I am a neurospicy individual.
Neurospicy? What does that mean?
It's a nice coin term for neurodivergent. So I was diagnosed when I was really young with ADHD.
Okay.
So just weathering through that, and that's hyperactive or what is it? No, I'm sorry.
It's like it's neurodivergent in a sense, isn't it? Where like
ADHD mode, right? It's attention deficit hyper disorder.
There we go. It's okay. Girl, I was not gonna get it. She looked at me like, you know the answer. I was like, I do not. I was like,
right there.
That's too hard for me right now. And we did smoke, so I'm like, damn, you got this. But no, that was beautiful. Like. Guys, we're gonna sit here. She's gonna be here the whole time, so we're gonna get to know Taylor in depth. But that was beautiful.
Okay.
And shout out to your woman-owned brand. It's Miss Grass, right?
Yeah.
So we have the little. If you guys have ever heard of Miss Grass, it's a wonderful brand.
In this color with the lighting, but it actually matches our ambiance.
It does.
We have the fast times here.
Sickening. Which. Let's just actually get into that because we did smoke it. So we do a little fun thing called strain of the day, which we smoke. We smoke a strain and we talk about it. And we kind of give a little our own opinions on how we feel and how it made us feel. Because obviously cannabis is a little bit in a sense of like it depends on who's smoking it. Some people I've heard have opposite effects. Yeah. So right now we smoked which one was it? The
fast times.
Fast
Our
times.
bloom and play. And to counter back on what you're saying, so you have natural endocannabinoids in your body, so your endocannabinoids sometimes mix differently with the terpenes that are in the products that you're smoking, so you might have a different reaction, just like how people with ADHD have a different reaction to caffeine. Like caffeine makes a normal person anxious and jittery, while as me, if I drink too much of it, I'm going to sleep.
Really?
It's gonna make me go to bed. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. If you drink too much of it.
Yeah, I mean, even a cup, I can drink a cup of coffee and go to sleep, and
really,
people be where coffee wakes me up, and I'm like, not really.
So do you have any? Well, obviously, does the fast times the sativa?
So I pretty much lean towards sativa leaning.
Yeah,
because I need that anxious. My CEO likes to say that mad scientist high.
Hell yeah!
So that I can get things done and get those creative juices flowing and just really get through the day. So
yeah, and that's fast times is going to be more sativa leaning, right?
Our fast times is our sativa leaning SKU. There's 3 SKUs in the market, and let me just take a quick deep dive into Miss Grass. We started off in 2018 as an online brand and platform for anybody, especially women, because we felt like they were the most undeserved in this industry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just to have a platform and a place to learn more about weed, find others, and conversate more about weed, and just understand and grow and get educated on the plant in whole. Eventually, that took off, and we had the opportunity to be able to launch products. So we launched in 2020. We launched product out in Cali.
So California was the first market.
Yeah, California was the first market, and we actually produced these minis, which you see here. I like to people these are our OGs. These are our dime bags. This is where you start off with this grass, where it's a 5-pack of 0.4 grams with the box of matches, because you just in case you forget your lighter or somebody steals it, because that happens.
Oh shit!
It comes with a box of matches, which is honestly the perfect touch to any stoner, because you never know when those come in handy.
True.
And then we have a sativa. We have a hybrid, which is like the perfect hybrid. That's actually probably my favorite.
That was the all times, right?
All times. Cool. And then we have our quiet times, which is our indica leaning skew, and that's gonna be like that heavy hitter, that body relaxation.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, that was beautiful. Yeah, I smoked that with you. This is the fast times. I definitely I was sleepy before. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just been really rough. I'm just always tired now.
It's Monday.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
And yeah, I smoked it, and I do feel it more behind my eyes and in my head. So that's nice. I mean, when it comes to sativas, I feel like most of them are gonna be. It depends, but I feel more sativas in the back of my head, and behind my eyes more, and then I get more of that that jittery, almost like a cup of coffee type of feel, which. So sickening, but yeah, I love that. And I also really fuck with your branding, and I love Miss Grass's branding and their social media platform. I really do. I enjoy it. It's really good.
It's absolutely amazing. It's made up of some of the greatest creative minds I've seen so far. So
super cute.
I love it.
Yeah, there's a really cute aesthetic. But yeah, so thank you for sharing that. And yeah, that was our strain of the day, guys. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, give it a try.
Definitely check us out.
Where can they find? We're in Illinois, guys. So just full transparency, we're going to be in Illinois. So we're going to be speaking from the brand.
I mean, we are in Illinois, but you can find us in Cali. You can find us in Massachusetts. You can find us in New Jersey.
Yes.
But in Illinois, you know what I mean? It depends. If you go onto our website, there is a link that will be able to tell you to find what store you can it's closest to you to find Miss Grass. So you go to missgrass.com, and then you just type in your zip code, and it'll let you know
which is the closest to you. Wonderful. I love that. Cute. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, it's a great brand, guys, so check it out. Woman owned, so that's always great, especially in cannabis, because if you guys don't know, and in a sense of cannabis, the corporate side of cannabis, it's a very male centric, space. So, and it's also very much in the same when it comes to growing. I grow as well, but I found that's exactly why I started Cultivate with Kimbo, because I wanted it to be where women would be more growing. I wanted it to be a woman, it's a female plant, so I just wanted us to
world?
Girls.
Okay.
Who run the world? Girls. Okay. So I just think that's great. So your brand is representative of just more women getting into cannabis space. So that's wonderful. Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
Awesome. But back to the Drake album. Like that segue, guys, a little back to back. Yeah, I haven't listened to it.
Was that a Drake quote? Did you mean to do that?
Was that not? Oh shit! Come on, y'all, give me my credit. That was that was cute. Okay,
like that.
Definitely didn't do it on purpose though. That was cute. No, I mean, so I heard the T on the one song though where he's referencing, or there's allegedly he's referencing Rihanna. Have you heard that one?
Oh yeah, that's
where
actually what I got out the car too right now.
What's it called? That one? Do you remember?
I forgot. It's the second or third
in
song
that
on the album.
It's called All Dogs, right? All Dogs Win or something like that. Our phones are being used at the moment.
Yeah,
otherwise,
so
you know what? Bitch, I have the whole thing in my hand right here.
I got an iPad down here too.
I have an iPad, bitch. Why am I not? So that this is the new For All Dogs, right? I know. I literally listen, and then the front of it.
I know.
That's your man. That's Drake's your man. What about the shit when he was dissing Megan? I don't like that shit. Why
he's toxic?
He's so toxic.
And if you think Drake's a nice guy, then
we're wrong, right?
No,
he's not nice.
I feel like you know what? Let me not put this man in the butt label. I don't want him to come.
Well, it's your opinion,
but
right?
honestly, everyone is nice who they want to be nice to. Depending on when you're at a caliber of, you know what I mean, that exists. You could pick and choose on who you want to be nice to and who you don't want to. Because
that's real.
You're Drake.
The whole thing with Lizzo, how everybody was oh, she's not nice. It's well, when is she? Does she have to be
all the time?
You know, like
Let's be
she's a human
realistic.
being. Yeah. Like
we
it's
have
like
bad days. Some days we have good days. Some days we have bad days.
and so like I think that's like that we again it's us having these expectations and are like these like we put these expectations onto these celebrities and these people that have these high profiles and platforms, and it's like yo they're regular people like me and you.
Yeah,
we get fucking petty, we get fucking angry too.
We say stupid shit.
Right, and this album is petty as fuck. Okay, this is the
It
pettiest
is.
album. So like, yeah,
Who he
so
talking about, but he
I
talking
mean, he's angry as fuck. Which is the so there's yeah, and then the whole slime you out, how he used the photo of Halle Berry for that one.
yeah, toxic.
Right? Yeah. So honestly,
Love it.
when it comes to the one he's referencing Rihanna, you said it might be an Amen, maybe. I don't know. There's a song in there where the reference is he keeps saying anti, and then he talks about like, I don't know if this is the song. Let's see the lyrics. Pray God. Pray.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's literally like a whole.
yeah,
There's like 23 songs.
I mean, it was very obvious. He definitely said, "I'm anti with it."
Yeah,
and then he was saying
yeah.
He only got to stay with you because he have to. Basically, woo.
Like
Lord, I was like, oh my God, my chest hurt. Like, who is he talking about?
Yeah, and then they're alluding allegedly that he's referencing Rihanna, and like of course Rihanna is super happy. Seems to be super happy with her partner A$AP Rocky, who has 2 children now with him. So nigga, like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to move on.
Yeah, why we talk about this now? That was good 2018.
Like,
2000.
and then now it's trending again. Like there was all these like videos of like him and Rihanna. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know she is laid up like this is so tired. Like I know Rihanna's like, I have 2. I'm a billionaire and I have 2 children. I could give a fuck about what that nigga's up to, right?
Let me roll my weed and be unbothered.
Girl, I'm waiting for the weed line. You know she's gonna have a. You know it. You
Oh my
know
God,
she
that would be
is.
amazing.
Like you know it.
That's actually one of my dreams. To smoke a blunt with Rihanna.
That is one of mine too. I would love to get high with Rihanna. Like that is literally a dream.
Yeah.
So yeah, but when it comes to let's pivot because I do want to address. I'm not gonna sit here and I don't want to like there's a lot of petty fun things we can talk about, right? Drake's new album, all that stuff, but in all seriousness, there is an actual war happening at the moment between Israel and Palestine, which in retrospect, it actually been happening for quite some time, right?
Yeah, it's been going on for generations.
Yeah.
Generations.
And so, Tay, you actually have a friend that actually you can reference, right? And
Yeah.
so, like, when it comes to this storyline, can you tell us that story?
I don't want to speak too on it because it's, you know what I mean? It's not my place to talk on other people's, struggles or just any kind of things that I'm not fully educated about. You know what I mean? That's like, I'm not even going to deep dive into it, but I do have a friend who is from Palestine, and she definitely has informed me on all of the things that has happened throughout generations, through things that are going on now, and how the media is playing crazy propagandas to just turn the stories into this and that, whatever they need to obviously get clickbait and, you know what I mean, raise up their revenues through that way. But it's sad to hear about. It's truly sad to hear about, and it's insane that, like, you know what I mean, that's going on. And like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't have known anything about that, and if I would have never met, you know what I mean, this woman, and she was able to educate me on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy that that's going on the other side of the world. Meanwhile, over here, people are just literally, PPP loaning it up, just,
dude,
it's yeah.
I know, and that's kind of like, so yeah, like, and it's funny because I did have a moment where I was like kind of like sharing some news that like Bloomberg and like just other references of sources that are going live with the sources of what's happening, in real time in like the war between Israel and then the Hamas group, which in the sense that some people are alluding that they're a terrorist group. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to like say who they are in a sense, but like what I do know is that there's been this war, so to speak. There's been this, like Israel has had this control, it seems like, over Palestine for like decades at this point, right? So for quite some time. And, like I did see a post that was saying that, there are, people being taken hostage and things, but I did see that like they're actually wanting to exchange because there's actually Palestinian captures and they actually have been like captured. They have children, they have women, they have all sorts of people, and they wanted them to like maybe like do an exchange or whatever. So it's just like, I don't know, like I feel like the media is definitely spinning it one way, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like
different ways.
Yeah, like
ways that can get them more views, and it's unfair because it's not helping people get the resources and the help that they need, because you know what I mean.
Yeah,
people are being misinformed, so they're going out and speaking on things that they're not educated about, and then they're spreading even more, causing even more problems on how other people view what's going on over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely like got a feeling of from seeing like from just basically just like again, I'm in America, so obviously my news is going to be more centric that way, and you know we kind of see where America lies in the sense of like where we support, you know, and so I feel like the media is definitely spewing, like they're definitely taking sides, you know what I'm saying? So
they always do. Right.
And so I'm not here to be like I support this. I want to say that I support peace, you know, and I wish, and my heart goes out to all the people that are affected by this war. You know, I pray for people's peace. I pray that there can be a resolve to this, and that is, you know, unfortunately, it's gotten to the point now where lives are lost, right? Yeah. The numbers are changing. Like I could give you a number, but honestly, at this point, it might be different by the time this goes, you know, live on the audio or whatever. It might be different. So
I just encourage people to do their best to educate themselves on any kind of topic before they make a radical judgment or an assumption, or you know what I mean, put their input on anything. Just make sure, you know what I mean, make sure you understand fully all views, and you know what I mean, make sure you're in fact check where you're getting your information from, because you never know. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, and your friend that actually is Palestinian, she was like giving her, she like posted on her story and was reading off like just the history of everything that has been going on, and so she's like, this is my lived experience. Yes. So you can't deny people's lived experiences, right? Yeah. So it's unfortunate. It really is. And again, my heart goes out to all the victims that are being affected by this war, and my heart just aches for that. I really just don't want to wake up to see that. I feel like, you know, things have been already really rocky, you know what I mean, with us, like, you know, it's like every day I wake up, a government shutdown, a motherfucking, you know, like it's like, you know, it's like, oh, okay, what now, you know, oh, the loans, oh, they were forgiven, just kidding, they weren't forgiven, you got to pay that shit back. Like, what? Don't play with my emotions like that, you know, like every day it's like something, you know. So but yeah, you know, we can't help but be a little toxic in these streets, a little, you know, chaos and negativity sometimes, but we have good fun with it. But at the end of the day, I pray for peace. I pray for peace. And so I really pray for that to be the case in this war. And who knows, girl? Yeah. Who knows? We live in wild times.
Free Palestine.
Yeah, quite literally. I mean, like, my thing is, like, if that's the case, like, why can't everybody just live on their land, do their own thing? Like, but like I said, I myself, you know, I don't live this experience. I'm not living the experience, so I don't want to speak too much on like my opinions when I really honestly don't have the full picture. No. You know? So, but yeah, from what I've been hearing, it's quite sad. So, but yeah, girl. So, all doom and gloom. You look so cute.
Thank you.
Yes, Tay's getting comfortable, guys. She's in her bag. You guys love her voice, right?
I'm just getting high. So.
Speaking of being high, I feel like it's time now we take a cute little break. So guys, when we come back, we're gonna actually talk more about, actually no, fuck that shit. What? I want to hear about you now, and then we'll go on a break. Okay. We'll do Medicate after the break. I was like, just kidding. She was about to actually go.
Exit stage right. Okay.
So Tay.
Yeah.
I would love to know, in a sense of how your experience, because right now you work in the cannabis industry, yes, but does that like where did your relationship with cannabis start?
My relationship with cannabis started obviously being younger. I was raised by a pothead, a few potheads.
Okay, now.
You know what I mean? Like, just cannabis in the Black culture just can go in so many different spaces. I never knew what it was when I was a kid. I always
Really?
No, I didn't know, because my parents, or not my parents, my mother and my aunt, they already smoked cigarettes, so I just thought it was a different and people smoke like Black and Milds back in, so everybody smoking all of that at the same time. You really can't really smell what it is. I just knew that distinctively there were some times that they would smoke, and to me it would smell like chocolate chip cookies.
To you, it smelled like chocolate chip cookies?
I don't know what it was, but it smelled like chocolate chip cookies. And then as I got older, I hope I said that doesn't get mad, but at first me telling the story, but as I got older, you know what I mean, I was about 8 at the time, when I realized like how bad it was, or that it was deemed bad at that time. I think my stepdad, he went to go get like maybe a 3.5 at the time, and it probably was like $20, whatever. And we went to go get the weed. We went with him, and obviously he couldn't leave us in the car. He couldn't leave us at home because he was parenting 2 kids at the time. Back in the day, you wasn't able to go to the dispensary, so it was obviously a little bit more shadier.
Different times.
Well, when I'm explaining the story now, like, oh my God, he took his kids to go with him to go. No, fuck that. You know what I mean? We all need our medicine in some way. You know what I mean? So, anyways, he went to go pick up the weed, and the house got raided by the cops.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So by the grace of God, he got us out of there, and like we didn't understand. I was supposed to keep this story to my grave, but I will never remember. Like that was just a big staple for me to understand what was going on, and at that time, and the stigma behind weed and how deemed bad that it was, and you know what I mean. Then you get older, and all my friends are smoking it, and my cousins are smoking it, and you know what I mean? People are selling it or whatever. I didn't actually hit my first blunt or weed until I was 18 years old. Okay. So I waited I didn't wait on a lot of other things, but I did wait for that. But
tell us more.
I did wait for that. And as I, got more into it, started handling it more, started buying and selling it more, I guess. So it was like at one point I was selling weed, you know what I mean? Just not like I wasn't like a big time drug dealer, but it was helping me.
You're doing it now too, so it's like real. Yeah,
I guess. I mean,
it's a different. Hey, listen, guys, it's a different perspective, but it's the same thing.
Than I was back in the day.
Right? Exactly. Full circle.
Full circle moment.
Right.
So appreciative to be here and to really be able to like understand this plant and educate others on it, and how you know what I mean, just how much it can benefit us, how many resources that it can help evolve us as the human race, and just but then after college and stuff like that, and working in the restaurant industry and smoking all the time, and the dispensaries were opening up in the Illinois market, from first being medical, then being recreational. As a recreational smoker, I just, wanted to understand more about the plant. That's when I started working in the retail space. I worked as a bud tender, where I
started as a bud tender too.
Yeah,
we both did, girl. We were in the trenches, bitch. We were out here, okay? We were in the dispensary.
Hey, real shit though. Like, people that had started up from retail as a bud tender and worked their way up through the cannabis industry, they have seen so many different sides. I applaud them for sticking to it, because this is such a ever-changing and growing and still fairly new market. So for them to stick through all of those different transitions, I applaud you.
Hell
congratulations.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. For
Smoke
real.
one in the air for you.
And shout out to the trimmers and the cultivation centers, because we appreciate y'all. Okay, as personally for myself, that's in trim jail right now, that's trimming and harvesting all her shit, is listen, we appreciate y'all.
Oh my God, her flower, it looks phenomenal.
Thanks,
like absolutely beautiful.
She was in the garden, guys. She was in the garden.
Literally, this is like the Taurus mother goddess of earth. Like her green thumb is amazing.
I love it so much. The world is so abundant, guys. We just got to be so appreciative. But yeah, no, that was, honestly, I didn't know your story. So thank you for sharing your origin story. I think that's really important, because I have an origin story where my family also sold. My dad was drying weed in the basement, which I'm doing now, which is so full circle. And it's like we had these we believed the propaganda, right? We believed that like cannabis was evil and all this stuff, and then we educated ourselves, we got older, we experienced the plant ourselves, and then we found out that, oh my God, like this is actually like a fucking gift from Mother Earth.
Exactly.
And you know,
my aunt, she was also incarcerated for selling marijuana, and which is how kind of what resonated me when I got to Miss Grass, with our CEO and her story behind her journey with cannabis and stuff like that.
She also got arrested? Or?
She did not get arrested, but someone close to her family member
gotcha.
also was incarcerated for selling marijuana. And it's just, you know, just full circle moments. And now we're actually back in that home state where
that's true.
where it happened. So, you know, kudos to her and Miss Grass for just being able to amplify that way. But just
that's your story.
That's my story. And it's insane. Like I won't touch too much. I mean, I started off. I did field marketing for a little bit as a brand after I left the retail space, and that's where I was introduced to our CEO and learned more about Miss Grass and like aligned with Miss Grass's story and how they are involved and wanted to educate and eradicate this plant throughout the community. So, here we are. And now I'm on here smoking weed with Kimbo. Talking about all type of stuff.
Literally. And you know what? Guess what? TikTok did not like us talking about this, and they banned me.
Oh, they did? Because I'm still here.
You're still good, though.
I'm still here on TikTok.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, cute that they didn't. Someone on my TikTok wasn't happy and reported mine, but whatever. See, already, guys, like that's what I'm saying. Like this plant has all. Like we're literally sitting here. Look at us. We're not smoking.
No boobs are out.
No titties are. I mean, I have the weed titties. I don't either. I'm like, wait, bitch, I don't have. But I got the weed on my titties. This is my merch, guys. So isn't it cute?
Yeah.
But like literally, we're just having a conversation about it, and look at what TikTok did.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, sis, no.
And that's what, you know what I mean? If you have a voice, use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's important
in a good way. Don't be just yelling out crazy shit because you feel
or do it for entertainment. I'm down with that. I'll be on TikTok watching you, right? No, but honestly, truly, like, I think that having platforms where we could just have the conversation like this so we can really continue to normalize it, because that's the problem, right? I feel like, you know, we're still living in these times. Obviously, cannabis is still federally illegal, right? We got
a long way to go,
right?
Before we get this plant federally legalized,
right?
But
right. You know, I mean,
baby
like
steps is what's gonna get us over that edge. It's gonna get us to the finish line. So
I do
every single day, just keep fighting.
I see the Biden administration's like acknowledging it now more, and like there's like steps that are like talks of like letting people out of jail for like non-violent, which. Let's talk about that, right? It's like
as much money as the government is making off of this plant, it's the least they could do, or at least put more money towards the bookings,
the books,
the
lawyers. Shout out to the Last Prisoner Project. Honestly, I really think that they're so admirable to. The Last Prisoner Project, guys, is this not-for-profit like organization that literally funds, like, raises money to put money on the books for like hire lawyers to get, you know, criminals that are in jail or people that are in jail for non-violent acts of with cannabis that are in charge. So maybe they had a joint on them or something, like literally so innocent, which nowadays everybody's going to the dispensary buying a joint and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're in jail for. At
this point, the cops are tired. They're like, bro. Put it up.
Literally. They're like, come on, guys. Like, seriously? Like, not in the car, right? You know? But, so it's just important, I think, that we can just have these conversations.
Yeah.
You know, we're two women, you know, we're two black women here just having a conversation about how we both consume regularly, and we both love weed, and we both work in the industry. And
we're both really cute, so.
I mean.
You can be cute and smoke weed, ladies.
Okay. What's up, G-Way? In a club, we were twin, we be rapping. Well, thank you for that. That was really good. I really appreciated you sharing your origin story. I didn't know it, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And then you already kind of gave us a history of that, but when it comes to like, so I want to know more about your background, because you said that you started in the retail space and you kind of went towards like you were like, you know, ambassador work for when it comes to like cannabis, and then now you're literally handling a whole entire state, right, for your brand, which is Miss Grass. So it's like, what does a day in the eyes of a brand manager for Miss Grass look like, you know?
My day's weather. It depends on the day of the week, the time of the year, the week of the month.
The events.
The events. There's days where I am at my computer all day answering emails and calls and, you know what I mean, reading sales reports and collecting data that way. There's days where I'm out in the field, hitting accounts, touching, just touching store by store. There's days where I'm driving.
Because you have to you have to go to all these dispensaries, right?
Yeah. So
And
I'm the only Miss Grass employee in Illinois.
Okay.
That's stationed in Illinois. So,
Right.
I touch all the way up to Waukegan and all the way down to Marion. And if I wanted to go, trying to get it over to where Anna or Metropolis, I've probably hit every city in this entire state. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I never thought I would, and I cannot believe how big the state of Illinois is, actually.
It's wild, right?
It's insane.
So if you drive from Chicago to say the tippy tip of Illinois, which is near Paducah, right? Kentucky, that's seven, I think, or 8 hours, something like that.
7-8 hours. If you go all the way to the top of Illinois to the bottom of Illinois and you're driving, it's 12 hours straight.
It's 12 hours straight.
Which is also the same distance that it is to drive from Illinois to New York.
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
If you drive from the top of Illinois to the bottom, all the way to the tip, it's the same distance as driving from Illinois to New York.
Oh my God.
Yeah, or if you're East Coast, it's that long.
Girl, we were driving to New York City.
Yeah, I put thousands of miles on my car.
Because I used to also handle a brand in Illinois as well. So I was because we would often be doing these events together. So that's the little bit of backstory about how we met. So we both were handling brands in Illinois, and we would often do events together and pop up together. And I would see her out, and I'm like another black woman in cannabis. I was like, thank God,
There's
and
not too many of us, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, girl, And so I was just obviously okay, and of course we vibed, we hit it off.
Yes.
And we still work together every now and then.
Yeah.
We do some influencer work together and stuff like that.
Yes,
so
we do.
yeah, so it's great, and we support each other. And I just think that it's important for us to just keep informing each other. And I love that you shared your a day of what it looks like for you, because honestly, guys, I know there'd be people out there that probably was wow, you know what I mean? I would love to do that. How do I get into that industry? How do I work for cannabis?
I will tell people, put yourself out there, apply yourself, work hard. You know what I mean? If this is something that you want to do, stick to it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're going to get a lot of no's before you get a lot of yeses, but just keep, educating and activating and, progressing this plant. And, you know what I mean? Eventually your time has come. If no one is going to open the door for you, you open that door yourself. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah. So
that's so true.
Yeah. Don't ever let anyone tell you. I mean, you'll hear a no, but don't let that no stop you. Continue on going to what you want to do.
I love that so much, because when I tell you, as a right now, I'm doing Kimbology, guys, and it's being an entrepreneur, it's a lot, So that's why I look up to Kate and Miss Grass, what she created.
That is a phenomenal woman.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm just man, goals as fuck, you know, literally goals as fuck.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for sharing that, because I think that it's important to just show that it can happen. You know what I mean? And you got to apply yourself. Obviously, when it comes to people of color, I feel we do have to really push forward a little harder,
and support each other,
and support each other.
It's competition. It's not.
Thank you.
There's enough pieces of the pie.
Right. And we can all eat, y'all.
Yes, and it's other pieces of the pie that we could take from other people that we could put into our pies. So
yeah. I rather choose the route of let me just share the pie with everyone, because honestly, I feel the more there are people eating the pie together, we have all different markets and platforms. We can expand the knowledge and just be a community. I'm all about community building. That's really huge for my brand. Honestly, truly, you can't do this shit alone, guys. We can't. We're not meant to. We're just not. Shout out to Rick Dog. He says, I love pie. Hell yeah, right? I want pie too. Right? Shout out to Rick Dog, our producer. Rick, guys, always thank God for him. Well, thank you for that. And so honestly, when it comes to cannabis, right, especially our eyes, our lens is going to be from Illinois in a sense too, but what can there be done? What would you like to see more do in like cannabis when it comes to like, what do we need more here? What do we need more in cannabis in general? Like, is it like,
obviously, definitely in the Illinois market, we definitely need more safe spaces for consumption. Just allowing people to be able to try the plant and not feel like they're gonna, they have to go home and put it in their trunk. Maybe they can just walk around the corner and hit a consumption lounge, smoke.
True.
Go on their laptop, answer emails. I feel like we need more safe spaces for that. I just think we just need more inclusivity when it comes to ownership and just like entrepreneurship of like getting, especially in the Black and brown community, just getting our names out there, getting our brands together, getting our dollars back, because you know what I mean, like I said, our people have been getting incarcerated off of this plant for such a long time. And you know what I mean, for us to still kind of be the underdog and just now getting into this space where you know what I mean, all of these larger companies have been able to collect off of the dollars for a while. It's just like, you know what I mean, we got to get on, like just being able to be educated. A lot of, I think for the older generation is breaking that stigma around weed and getting them more comfortable with Western medicine and how it can benefit them and help them with their ailments, and getting them straight away from big pharma, you know what I mean, and drugs that, you know what I mean. So it just, I guess, education, you know? Yeah.
I completely agree with you. And honestly, like, I feel like, having more safe spaces for sure, because it's like, I feel like a lot of people in a sense still feel a little weird smoking in front of other people or being around other people. I honestly truly was that person in the beginning. I felt away. I wanted to be by myself, or I wanted to be only with people I trust. But the more and more I consumed, the more education I got, the more and more I felt more comfortable.
Other people that smoke too, you know what I mean?
love our events, because when we do cannabis events too, guys, we can just be honest. Like, okay, guys, so I'm really paranoid right now. I need to just step away, or I'm feeling anxiety right now. I'm gonna step away, or you get stuck in a conversation for like an hour and you're like in the, you know what I mean? I can like have transparency where if you're like, I feel like, because I used to work
high, no one's got bad, like no one's angry,
ain't no fights, you know what I'm saying? Like,
say
right,
come back if you do, you forget, you might
right. Literally, what was your name again? Like, I met you a million times,
2,000 times. We were just smoking together,
right?
Obviously.
Like, I love that about, like, because I came from liquor and spirits, right? So like, obviously I came from being like at a bar every weekend, at a bar, working a bar, being like,
I worked in the hospitality industry for a while,
right? I would be the shot girl giving out shots for Jack Daniel or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I would literally be, and so I would be in these environments where I have these events that are like all consuming alcohol, and there was a vast difference. I mean, St. Patrick's Day alone in Chicago, guys, come on. I like literally I ran this event on a boat for St. Patrick's Day one time, right? And it was for this liquor company, and I was just praying that there were no like fights, people didn't get hurt, because like,
I remember one time during St. Patty's Day, I was getting off work, coming home from the restaurant. It's about late at night. Some dude drove his car off of LaSalle into the building on the side of the street. He was drunk driving, and then he drove down some stairs and his car was stuck.
Oh my God.
And he was so drunk. The police were so like surrounding his car, and he was so drunk, but he still was trying to back his car from off the stairs to try to get away from the police. I couldn't believe it. I was baffled. I couldn't believe it.
It's like,
it's really happening.
If this is weed, he would be at home sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
he wouldn't even got in the car.
No. He wouldn't. He really wouldn't have. So I agree in that sense of like the differences between alcohol consumption and then it comes to cannabis consumption. Like the only thing that I do wish for us as cannabis advocates and enthusiasts, and we go out to these events, is we need like a hype person. We need someone to keep this fucking. We need a hype person.
How the hype person gonna keep everybody hype, but he high too?
Bitch. I am a great hype person when I'm high. Shit, I'm the one.
You are.
Because the thing is, like, there's literally
the masks working.
Did we not? Me and her worked a job together. We worked. Yeah, we worked. Because I literally, she's a dancer. So like, we did a dance. We were shout out to 93 Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, we literally were like, okay, we got to get this crowd going. But the thing is, like, sometimes when you smoke, you're a little too chill. You're like vibing. Like even I went to see Dave Chappelle the other day, right? And even us, the audience we were so high, I could tell. Like, we were just kind of vibing out. We enjoyed it, but we were just like,
people laughing? Or
yeah, but like, you could just tell we weren't like hype, you know what I mean? We were just like, yeah, like vibing, you know. And like Dave is just like up there giving the gems, and I'm just like, I had to force myself to be like be louder because I could tell like the audience was high and just chilling, and like, we're here watching Dave Chappelle live. This is fucking crazy, you know. But like, you know, that's the one thing, you know what I mean? So if we need a little drag, almost like when you're on this is for me, like when you're in a shroom, you know, journey or whatever, you need someone to guide you through that. What was that?
I love shrooms.
Okay, perfect. I didn't want to put your shit out there if you didn't want to, you know, but
no.
Honestly,
I am a very honest person. You ask me a question, I'm 95 gonna tell you the answer. If I don't, the 5% of me not telling you the answer is because I'm not paying attention.
There we go.
Moment. So
there we go. Love that. Love that. So yeah, no, when you're doing that too, you need like someone that's like a journey to like kind of guide you through. Like, I love, like, you know, when I have someone that's just kind of like, okay, let's go here, let's do this. Like, all right, cool, you know, like, but yeah,
I was high off shrooms the other day, and I swear I saw an alien covered.
Stop, girl, because you know they're here, right? I saw an alien. Yes, you did.
I saw the spaceship.
You did.
I did.
Because they here. The government done been like, hey, y'all. I mean, they been here. These niggas been here.
Cut the podcast.
Right. TikTok bans us and shit or whatever. But yeah, no, one thing too, like, how do you feel about like social equity too? Like, that's something that I feel like, you know, I really would love to see. First of all, I want more like education in the sense of it too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there could be more.
How do I feel about social equity? Like, how do I feel about
like? Do you think it's fair? Do you think we're doing a good job with, you know, giving back?
Not. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I think it could be more, better. It could be.
What is social equity to you?
Honestly, it's just a cop out to me. I don't think that there should be like such a thing as a social equity license, because we are all individuals. Like, just because. Let me backtrack. I digress. My point is, I'm saying that we shouldn't have a specialty license just to be able to start a business and support a cause that we've already been causing. Like, it shouldn't it shouldn't be like, oh, like, yeah, now we're gonna throw you guys a bone. Like, I don't appreciate that at all, because they've been, like I said, the government and larger companies and just have been monetizing off of not only this plant, monetizing off of incarcerating our people. And you know what I mean? And now they're gonna, after they've, you know, soaked up all the money that they wanted, now they're gonna be like, okay, now we'll grant you guys the license. After we've ate up all this pie, we'll give you the crust that's left. You know what I mean? And you guys can do what you want on how to progress that. I think that we need, as you know, individuals, as Black and brown people, we need to eat those licenses up. You know what I mean? We need to create a space where there's no room for anybody else but for all of our people to succeed. You know what I mean? To make it like an even playing field, that it's, you know what I mean, whether it be brands, whether it be stores, whether it be, I don't know, spaces, just like, I just feel like we're owed more. And what I appreciate, and I'm so excited to see that we now have the opportunity to be able to, you know, reap in those benefits as entrepreneurs. I think it should have been a part of the culture. Like, it shouldn't have just been like, oh, we're going to be a limited license state, and then as time goes on, like, we realize that that's not working. You know what I mean? We're not getting the dollars that we thought we were going to get from those people that were, because really what they wanted was to confer the legacy market and the dispensary market, and they're trying to build that gap between that. And they realized that they still weren't getting from the legacy market where they thought they were going to be, so then they awarded. I feel like this is just my personal hypothesis. Like, don't you know what I mean? Don't quote me on this, or don't, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's
your opinion.
It's just how I feel.
Your observation on it.
It's my observation and how I feel on the subject. And I just feel like we owed that. Like, we were owed our 40 acres and a mule. You know what I mean? So, like,
reparations, where are they? Okay. I'm moving to Evanston, bitch. They over there trying to give reparations away. Shit, that's what I heard. I heard in Evanston they actually doing it, and also in California or some shit. Bitch, I need to go there. They'll give it back. Yeah. I hear you though. I hear you, and I sense your passion when you speak about this, because I can see that it actually hits close to home in the sense of, like, you're like, I want to see some movement. I want to see some changes. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing this. I want to see more of my face in a meeting, and more of my face and have in those larger decisions, and being able to lead on that stuff, because you know what I mean. It's just it's not
It's not.
It doesn't seem to be that way.
And no digress to some of the people that are in. I'm not talking shit about any of you know what I mean? I'm just saying that it would just be more comforting, and I just feel like we just deserve it. Well, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that's, in a sense of like social equity itself, that's, social equity, guys, is, to promote equitable ownership and employment opportunities in the professional cannabis industry, right? In order to decrease disparities in life from the marginalized groups and communities that cannabis has, because of the war on drugs, because cannabis was demonized and it was made to be this horrible, evil plant that's making you go crazy and all this shit, which now is being debunked left and right. You know what I mean? Because now we're realizing that this is just a fucking plant that literally has all these health benefits. I mean, so many health benefits.
So many resources.
So, but that's the thing too. It's like if we had, like, because of the federal because cannabis is federally illegal still, we don't even have the like full funding that we need for all the more studies and that can be going into the plant, so we can learn more and more about it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there's so many things that are untapped with the with it. So but yeah, thank you for sharing your opinion, because honestly, like, I feel like coming from you work in this industry, you work, you clearly you had an experience in the legacy market and then in the cannabis industry now, so in the current state of where it's at, I think your opinion really does matter. And I feel like I hope that it does. Like, you have a lens that not everybody has, truly. You've worked and seen it firsthand. So yeah, hopefully there can be more that's done. And then when it comes to the licenses, everyone, like, what she was referencing too is that, like, in order to get this license, you had to have like an offense on your record for cannabis, like, in order to be social equity, in order to get the social equity license. So if you were never arrested and charged with cannabis, then you can't get this license, right? So what she's saying, there's all these loopholes that these companies have kind of like found, and they've been able to acquire these licenses. And it's been tough, as people like us, that are just like, wow, interesting, like another, maybe another bigger person, like a corporate person with a lot of money and the infrastructure that happens to maybe be white, is now taking on another license, whereas where the legacy market is still thriving in a sense of like, oh, you guys can do that, while we're still gonna do this because y'all won't let us in the room anyways.
Yeah, and so they said they're just fine where they're at. They're not bothering nobody. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want what they want. They don't want what you want.
Right. But thank you for that. And honestly, like, when it comes to cannabis, like, I feel like you've been really transparent. So thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for sharing, like, your experience firsthand from your origin story to now, like, handling a whole brand on, for Illinois, for Miss Grass, Solo Dolo, which is like, shout out to you. You're awesome. You know what I mean? And it's a Black woman out here doing it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. I really am. So
thank you.
Yeah. But like, I wanted to pivot a little bit because there's more to you than just cannabis, right? We actually, like, your girl.
Take a break first?
You know what? Let's do that.
Before we dive
Tay is over here like, I need to smoke so fucking bad.
I need to refresh my.
You know what? Now that she says that, I want to hit my bong so bad, bitch.
Yeah, you got me hyped up talking about.
Yeah, she's like, I need to go and smoke. Okay, thank you so much, guys. When we come back, Taylor's gonna talk about her modeling, and acting and dancing background, and then we'll do Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate. All right, we'll be back, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it's a smoke, girl. Ooh, look at me all tangled up. Bitch, I'm pressed about TikTok.
I know they bogus.
This happens. This has happened to me before. Like,
TikTok, y'all still with me? I don't got nobody on here. Just
like, bye.
It was like, bitch, I'm not talking about nothing. Get to the titties.
Oh, no, I can
masturbate.
Get to the titties.
They like, get to the masturbate part.
Right.
That's really what they did.
That's really what they did. How do you go? Good. You want to smoke a blunt?
Huh?
You want to smoke a blunt?
Of course.
Fine. Or do you want to finish? No. It's like, go. You want to go roll up whatever? You want to roll up or?
No.
I have like my ball. I have my ball.
Okay.
That's why. I don't know. But not everybody wants to get it. But I love it.
so much, Rick Dog. I'm going live on Instagram this time.
Okay, cool.
What's up, G? Wait. Now that song stuck in my head. What's up? Now I got that smoker, raspy voice.
Ooh, just in time for Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate.
Meditate, masturbate. Wait,
Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate. You have to come over and do sound bites for me another day.
Okay. Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
Yeah.
With Kimbology.
Come on now. Come on. Y'all hear that? Look what I did with my hair again.
Girl, I don't understand how you...
I did this, y'all. I just like literally, and she was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing?
The damage, the curl, her little fro is like perfect.
I just mussed it all out.
I could never.
I'll do it like this
Here looking
time.
crazy. What's up,
Okay.
IG? I'm on here live for y'all.
Hi.
With Kimbo.
Yes, we are ready, Rick Dog. Thank you so much. We're going back.
And we back. Hey,
Hi, everyone.
Twitch, what's going on?
And we are back from our break. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for being patient.
We have Miss Taylor Christina back on the show. We just smoked, so
Yes.
I feel so much better.
I feel so much better.
Oh my God, guys. We were both probably feeling so much anxiety. Maybe you guys probably read that off of us, but
This is my first time doing this, so I'm super nervous.
you're doing a great job.
nervous.
Guys, tell her how great of a job she's doing. Like, honestly, this is like not easy.
No.
Like, this is like people listen, people take classes to be on camera, okay? This is really tough. I mean, but I think you already did, so this is just, but it's like if you take a break too and you don't like, you know, like do this all the
Reset.
time. Yeah.
I'll start, and with my ADHD, like I'll start talking about anything. I promise you. I'll start telling you about the time in 3rd grade when I like went into the woods with like my class and we found this deer. Like, look, let me. There was like a deer.
I was
nest. You know what I mean?
What'd she say? What? A deer?
Right behind the school. No, never mind. Anyways.
Well, we wanted to come back because I wanted to continue talking about your experience in the other side of Taylor Christina, which is modeling, acting,
My creative
dancing.
side, is
Yeah,
what
tell
I
us more about that. How long have you been dancing for?
I've honestly been a creative individual since I was a child. I guess with all of that and all of that ADHD and all of that, my grandma likes to joke that when God was giving out talents, He definitely gave me the lion's share. Since I've been young, I mean like less than like 3rd, 4th grade, like dancing, drawing, painting.
Okay.
I used to play clarinet.
Oh my God.
and a guitar.
I played violin. Sick me.
I honestly think they just kept putting me in stuff so that I would get out of their face, because obviously having a child with ADHD can be annoying at times.
Did you have a lot of energy?
Oh, so much energy, so much energy, so much, just potential, just unbounded, just all over the place. You know what I mean? Like just smart as can be, I guess. Or what, I don't know, depending on. Maybe if you ask me now, I'm probably an idiot. But
nah, not even.
just a child, like just being annoying. But since I was young, I started off in ballet and hip hop and gymnastics, naturally, and then instrumentals, and then in high school and stuff like that. I used to actually want to be a fashion designer.
Same. I went to fashion design school.
Yeah, I used to draw out stuff, but like as I got older, and then I kind of wanted to be in the pictures. I want to be on TV, and then this, that, and third. And when I was like 19, 18 is when I actually like kind of started modeling for a little while, and then I stopped just because it was a different time. I feel like there was a lot of creepy dudes out there with cameras and not utilizing the cameras in the best way, and not looking out for these young women that were coming to them to look for support. And obviously I just life things happen and direction took me other ways for a while, and I just focused on like a little bit of creating and performance, just doing like extra background work on certain TV shows.
We have such similar like it's crazy.
I love but who
this.
wasn't? I performed for Kanye and for Dondo that one time he was out here, which was insane. Which I'm like, at this point, who didn't?
You were just in Vic Mensa's video too.
I did do that video,
the Swish video.
Yeah, that was an amazing opportunity.
She was literally like next to him in the table, like, and there. What was that? You also said something. You were like,
What did I say?
You were singing the song basically. And they had a close up of your face when you were singing part of the song.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I love to see it. I was like, dang, I know her.
Thank you. That is still. Can't even believe it. Imagine, like, you know, when you're a child, you see girls in the videos. And
That's
you're like,
you.
How do those girls get in those videos? Like, I want to be a girl in the video.
Yeah.
I am a girl in the video.
You are a video vixen, bitch.
my God.
Come on now.
I cannot believe it. I'm so thankful for all of those things.
Yes.
Like, put me in place to be in that opportunity. You know, Naveen, Vic, I appreciate, you know, him allowing us to be in that
I
video.
love their team so much, guys. Shout out to the 93 Boys team and Vic Mintz and his team. Like, they're so great. They've been so good to us. I'm so grateful.
So
like,
grateful.
I really am.
Yeah.
If you're listening, guys, we love you.
We love you so
Seriously.
much. We appreciate your support.
Yeah, we really do.
True and true. What else? I have worked with some brands for modeling and stuff like that. I just recently, back to my point, I just got back into modeling within like the past year or so.
Okay, so you took that break from when you were like a teenager and then now got back into it.
Yeah, I got back into it. Like, I did it from like 19 to like 20, 21. Then I stopped, took some other roles and trying to, you know, digress, I guess, trying to be famous or whatever you want to say, or just be influential. And then I just recently I had my first photo shoot a year or two ago, just to kind of like, as a reminder, or like just something to do that was creative. I had a creative itch that I needed to get out.
Hell yeah.
And then I was introduced to an amazing group of creative individuals that kind of help prolong that, or, you know, help introduce me back into that state. And
so other like models and dancers and
for actually like photographers and makeup artists, and then introducing me to other models, and just like being around that motivates you to want to continue and to do better and to grow and to you know what I mean, try again. So yeah, you know what I mean, I will say, like, by the grace of God, I've gotten so many amazing, like, life-altering opportunities, and I always tell people, YOLO, you only live once.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So why say no? Because you'll never have that opportunity again. And then just be grateful and supportive of the people that put into you. You know what I mean? Like,
look at how gorgeous she is, guys.
Oh my God, stop.
Like, look at this photo. I also try to like put it in later, but yeah, bitch, that's you.
I know. Good God.
She's like, why did you do that? Because it's great. I mean, like, I feel like, yeah, just to say, like, you know, as a friend that I met you, like, you know, maybe like, you know, a year or so ago. And so, you know, when I got to know you better and I just found out that there's all these different, you know, sides of you, you know, and what I appreciated, that I really appreciated, that you were like very much like you were just like, yeah, but I'm not just like a face. Like, you were like, yeah, I have a beautiful face. Yeah, you were like, yeah, but I just don't like that whole premise of like,
I hate that.
You know, models are stupid and like you.
Sometimes I model, but it's very forthcoming to say that I model. I like to think of myself sometimes as a creator, because I don't just model. I do have other creative traits and qualities and aspects. And you know what I mean? Like, I have been told that I'm pretty for a while, and at this point I'm sick of it. Like, I get it.
Shut up.
I get it, and I appreciate it. Trust me, I'm grateful and thankful, and I'm super appreciative of all the compliments. But like, that's not what I want to be known for.
Yeah.
I don't want to be known just for the pretty girl. I want to be known for making a difference. I want to be known for standing up for what is right. I want to be, you know what I mean, remembered for making a change, and you know what I mean, being, you know, just inspirational to other individuals to do the right thing and to be light and love in this world. So
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have, like, ever since I met you, like, yeah, you've been very much like, yeah, okay, like, but I'm like, there's more to me than that.
I'm an onion.
Yeah, you know, and I appreciate that. I was all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing, like, there's some show bag. Mo, love you too. Shout out to you.
Big money, Mo.
But yeah, it's just, it's really, you know, something that, you know, I thought that, you know, modeling, you know, what you do, I'm like, oh my God, that's super awesome, but that's just one part of you. And, you know, when it comes to like your voice too, like I think you mentioned like before to me that you very like voiceover friendly, you know?
It's funny too, because like there's not just one voice. There's multiple.
Right, and which she's alluded to this, like she does these like impressions or these voices, but I've never heard it.
You guys probably won't. You don't have to catch me really high on a Sunday or in the shower after I've watched about.
Come on now, Hermione, come on now, Harry Potter. I literally act like I can do the accents, but bitch, it's hard.
It's fun.
It's fun. Mm-hmm. Come on, give it to us. No, I'm trying to get her to do it.
Yeah,
but it's hard because I'm trying not to. I don't know. I'm not very good. So first of all, I used to do an Aussie accent really good when I was living out there.
Yeah,
though. Like I had the Aussie accent down. But
it's really bad. Like I think I don't know. Like sometimes it's like I hear it and then I immediately imitate it.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot do that. That is actually really rude. Like stop it. Like I'd be
damn. You're like, wait a minute though, but like I love your like.
I love accents. I think they're phenomenal. I just think that it's crazy that we all speak the same words in different ways.
Yeah.
Like just.
What's your favorite accent?
I don't actually. That's a good question. I do love a good Irish accent.
Irish accent.
Oh my God, it's hot.
Scottish?
No, Irish. Not Scottish. Scottish is funny. I like it. I think Scottish, but I feel like Irish is more sexy. I think Scottish just makes me laugh.
It makes you laugh.
Yeah, because they're saying something stupid anyway.
It's like, well, it's
not stupid as in like unintelligent. They're just jokesters, I feel like.
Like I hear you. I can hear the like accent in my head, and I'm just like, it does bring like this like giddiness to me. It's funny. I don't know. I really love the South African accent. I thought it was really unique, but I also didn't. It was all different. Yeah, right. Like, I used to love the Aussie accent but living out there and hearing it, I was just like, all right, I'm done. But I mean, shout out to my Aussie friends. Yeah, like, shout out to y'all. We love
any accent, honestly. Is you
like an accent?
I'm immediately engaged in the conversation.
You're like what's up? What about a nice Boston accent? I'm from Boston. What's up?
My grandpa's from Boston.
Well, there we go. She's like, actually, that's what's up. Yeah. What else? Another accent? I'm like really bad. But like I have fun with them every now and then.
Boston, they be like pack your cat in the have it,
yeah, they have the A. But you know what they say that about us with Chicago.
We say Chicago.
I
don't know. When I say it, I don't realize that I'm saying it weird. But everybody else does be like, why do you guys say it like that?
Yeah, they say that too. Is that true, guys? Like, do we have weird Chicago accents? Is that a thing? Do I have a Chicago? I guess so.
I don't know.
I always say Chicago. Well, because I guess other people say Chicago. Chicago. Okay, I say Chicago.
We say it right. We from here.
We from here, y'all.
You're not gonna tell us how to say Chicago.
That's true. You ain't gonna tell us exactly. This is what we were lived, born, breathe. Windy City, goddammit. Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you for sharing your modeling background. I think that's something that I was just like really curious too. I didn't know that you actually kind of like had a hiatus too when you were modeling. So, is there any sort of like big modeling job though that you would want to do one day that you were like, man, I would love to work with so and so. I'd love to work with them. Like,
modeling wise, I would probably love to walk at probably like Riri's Savage Fenty show, and would love to walk down the runway smoking a blunt.
That's the perfect one. It's a perfect answer. I was gonna say the same thing, bitch.
Yeah, like I would love. That's a dream.
A fucking dream, bitch.
Just to be able to
speak it into existence. We must. Oh, what if she has like a weed show? You can like smoke weed down the aisle or some shit. God, love Rihanna so much. Please hire us. I'm trying to be a Savage Fenty ambassador. Okay, period. I'm trying to get them thongs and them bras and
I know that's
twerking
right.
them. I'm down.
I know that's right. Sponsor her.
Sponsor me. Come on now. If y'all know the context, send it to you, girl. But anyways, but yeah, thank you for sharing that. I've had so much fun talking with Taylor. Well, we're gonna have even more fun because guess what's next?
What?
It's Meditate, Masturbate, and/or Medicate. Actually, you give me one because you do this really well too. Do this. Give me a Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate.
We're gonna do the Meditate, Masturbate, and Medicate segment.
Hey, that's right. So,
insane.
If you guys are new to the show, if you guys are kind of like unfamiliar, this is our wellness segment. It's one of my favorite segments because honestly, this is just like a fun way for me to kind of like break the ice with my guests, and they share a little bit more about themselves. And then honestly, it's really whatever you're on a level of what comfort with sharing. So we have the 3 pillars: meditate, masturbate, medicate. And so anything in those 3 categories you can share. You can share all 3. You can share 1. You can share 2. It's up to you. What are we going to start with?
You pick. You lead and I'll answer.
Meditate.
Meditate?
Yes.
So like just talking about my form of meditation, or obviously smoking is a great form of meditation.
I had a question for you.
What's up?
So you mentioned you're being neurodivergent before.
Yeah.
And so I'm really curious about just like how your lived experience has been as a woman, a Black woman in this, just working in cannabis, but also just growing up, and just how has being neurodivergent, like, has it given you any sort of like, challenges growing
All the
up?
time.
Yeah. So what do those challenges look like for you?
Being neurospicy.
I love that.
And not looking like I'm neurospicy as well is a very hard challenging in itself, just because I say these things and just because I'm a high functioning individual, you know what I mean, or I'm considered, I have pretty privilege, or I'm a pretty girl, whatever, that because I don't look the part, that I don't get that same sympathy on what I have to go through.
Yeah.
Every day is a fight with my brain to operate normal. I'm always chasing dopamine, which dopamine is basically the levels. It's a chemical that your brain creates to kind of keep you engaged into tasks.
Okay.
To want you to want to do things, to want more.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, like a craving. Like, it just like keeps you interested. Like, where do you find passion in? Like, you know what I mean? And normal people, their dopamine levels are regulated naturally. My dopamine levels are not regulated at all. So I'm always chasing my dopamine levels.
Do you have to take anything to kind of level out your dopamine?
Some days I do have to take my ADHD medicine, which it comes in different forms. Right now, I'm on Adderall. I've actually been through a lot of different type of medicine just to really navigate on what works best with my body, because, ADHD medicine. So I'm just.
You got it. ADHD. It's hard to say, actually.
ADHD medicine.
ADHD.
Actually, yeah. So Adderall actually is amphetamine. So
amphetamine. God damn these words.
There's meth, basically. There's a small.
There's meth in what?
In ADHD medicine.
Oh shit.
There's a small dose of meth.
Okay.
In ADHD medicine, which causes it to be highly addictive, which is why a lot of people end up taking it that don't have ADHD. That you know what I mean?
As Adderall.
Adderall.
Okay.
Adderall, all of those different forms of like ADHD. It has that because you know what I mean.
And does it help you with focus?
It helps you focus.
Okay.
It helps you align. I mean, it helps, and it helps stimulate what you're focused. Like, it helps me hyper focus. So once I get on a task and I'm not finishing I don't worry about anything else until that task is done. You know what I mean? It helps you be organized and clean. There's benefits to it as well as there's cons, but there's a pro and con to everything. And the cons are sometimes I don't eat, I don't drink, I won't talk for hours. I won't say a word.
So you feel like maybe a little uncomfortable
with myself. I don't want to be around anybody. I just want to go do the things that are on my list to do, the things to do. But on a normal day, I might neglect some of those things, and it might take a little bit longer for me to get things done or focus on getting those things done because it's not interesting.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't deem it as interesting. And it's sometimes a lot of people take it as an excuse, or people deem to not understand it, or mental health is not real, or mental disorders are not real, depending on what they qualify as a mental disorder. And you know what I mean? Everyone has their own opinions, and you can only say what you want until it actually happens to you.
That's real.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Every day is a fight to have a normal conversation, to make sure that I focus, to make sure like time is not a real thing to me sometimes.
I was going to say, like, when it comes to like when you have like certain times and like appointments and meetings.
If I can't see it, it's not real. You know what I mean? Like how, like
a clock, like you need to see a clock.
I need to, I would have to have a watch, like being on a timer and alarms. You know what I mean? Like, so you set alarms for yourself. I set alarms for myself. I set reminders for myself. I have to do, sometimes bodily doubling. You know what I mean? Some days I have to take my medicine. It just has to comp where I have to take it because I need to get things done, and I can't not do those things. And I know that I can feel when I was just like, I don't feel like doing anything today. And I don't want to, but I know that I have to because there's a list of I have to take care of an entire state.
Yeah,
on top, you know what I mean.
Yeah. On top of what, being a good mom, or no, I'm sorry, a sister or a brother or whatever, just your family members.
Taking care of helping with my family. Trying to progress in my personal career and passion. So
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Balancing all of that and making sure I stay focused is a, big priority, and it's always been a struggle with me. Conversations, it's hard to not interrupt people when they're
That's
talking.
a problem for me too, dude.
There's like the Me Too syndrome when it comes to being like ADHD, like, you know what I mean? When you want so badly to relate to somebody that you always be like, oh, this happened to me, or oh, that I remember
Read
this.
me for filth.
And people,
I'm like,
people
yo.
might take that as a, oh my God, she's a pick me, she's a Me Too, but like it's really just your brain trying to connect with another individual to be like, I'm normal. You know what I mean? Like those experiences happened to me too, and you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just about, I just say when you have somebody in your life that's neurodivergent or ADHD or autistic or anything like that, just give them the opportunity, listen to them. You know what I mean? Give them the opportunity and time and comfortable space to be able to confide in you and talk, because it takes a lot to talk. To even just talk. So, you know what I mean? Like, being people's safe space. And Kimbo, I applaud you, because since I've met you, you've definitely been a safe space for me to just be able to talk and communicate. So I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We're people. It's hard.
It's hard to come by.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Everyone has their motives, and sometimes people just want to deem you, just not like you. They don't like you. That's okay.
Right.
So it's navigating
well, I mean,
that.
when you shared that with me too, I mean, I have Godfrey, my little brother, who's autistic on the spectrum. And so I literally know how it is firsthand to experience, having a person in my life very closely that I take care of every single day. I know it's not easy, it's not. And it's, I often feel very guilty for not doing more for him. So like, my heart goes out to you, because you're trying, you're literally now, you're like, all right, I'm gonna get focused. Like like you said, you want to film your glow up, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, because that's real. It's like you have all these other, on top of all the, being neurospicy, that adds to that more, it just adds more challenges, to everyday things. So
we just want to be understood.
Yeah. And so I have an immense amount of, passion and support for you, because of, and we're still learning about, like, if the statistics will show you, like, a lot more people have autism, guys, and they're on the spectrum than we think, a lot more. And I would say a lot more too in the Black and brown community too, more definitely, in a sense. It's like we never really talked about mental health, and just no, that was something you don't really discuss,
it's not real.
And then also you just don't want to go there, you know how hard it was to like get help, or not help, but like, just like in general, like sense of like schooling and proper like care, and like for my little brother. And I still feel like we didn't do enough, so it's and that's why I really think that this plant cannabis is like amazing, because I really want there to be more studies, because to be honest with you, full THC does not do well for my little brother. It doesn't. He actually has like it's we've had some very, very scary moments
with him.
Yeah. Where, he took way too much THC. Like, I don't know where he gets, get an edible off the street. It's like 500 milligrams, which is really, guys, like, that's just so high, I mean, like, I get it. We all have like different tolerances, but like, there's regulations, and
slow.
Yeah, like I really think that there needs to be this. I'm happy in Illinois in the market. Like, there's a regulation, because 100 milligrams, yes, for some people that might not be a lot, but like the average person, that's a lot. You know what I mean? And so if there's a product out there with a bar of chocolate that's like 500, and you're just eating a bar of chocolate and you don't know, like you can't understand that this piece of chocolate isn't just like a regular piece of chocolate.
And it tastes good.
And it tastes
you
good.
High already. You like, man, I just need one more piece of chocolate.
Yeah, but for my brother, it's dangerous.
It's terrible.
And he felt like he was in a closed room, and he ended up punching doors and stuff. It was bad. So it's just.
So sorry, Tito.
It was a scary moment, and so I think that's why I'm just like so passionate about this plant too, in that sense. But when it comes to being neurodivergent, and your lived experience, how was it when it came to like family members, and like were they support your friends?
So
like,
I was diagnosed with it when I was in the third grade.
Yeah.
So I was immediately put on like medicine.
Okay.
All the way up until I had the choice not to take it.
Did you have any like speech class, or did you have any like anything else like other than like were you put in anything like different, like, you know, like you said you were put in different, like.
So when I was in like elementary school, middle school, even like high school, I actually, because obviously I'm so smart or whatever, I wasn't put in any special classes, but what I did have was like a regulator where they would have to check in with me to make sure that I was doing the work and making sure.
Oh, you were doing your homework and stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
making sure that I was doing it, because I wouldn't do it because I wasn't learning anything. I had already, like, things that I had kind of already knew, because I retain a lot of information. I listen a lot. Like, eventually,
Okay.
like, it comes back. Like, I forget a lot as much as I can remember things, and like facts and things like that. When it comes down to it, my brain just like full gear works like almost 80 to 100%. But like, once I've learned it and in there, I'm like, why do I need to go? My brain's like, why do I need to do this homework? Like, I already know. If you talk to me about it, I'll tell you everything about the history of whatever
Right.
we just learned, or like I can exactly recite to you everything that happened in 1984. You know what I mean? Or like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Or I still to today can remember like the reading list of my 7th grade class, and like just
Really?
yeah. But it's like at random times.
stuff.
But if you ask me what we talked about 15 minutes ago, I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot.
So the short-term memory,
It comes and goes. But then
Yeah.
I'll probably remember it on my drive home. Then I'll be like, oh my God, now I remember what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so
you had these like
it's
moments.
it just picks and choose when it works. But I needed help, and like those are things that I instill in my life. Actually, today I do try to make sure that I have the resources and to have people to make sure, like, when I have conversations or I make new friends, or I try to be honest about.
Yeah, do you disclose that about yourself?
I think more lately, as I got more comfortable with it and understanding that it wasn't just like this weird thing that I was either using as an excuse, or because that's what people would make me feel like I was using my ADHD as an excuse.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's really, you know what I mean?
It's challenging
It's
for you.
challenging,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
really hard to, especially when I got older, I decided not to be on my medication as much because I didn't like the person that it made me. Like, I just felt so like a shell, like a numb shell. Like everything was, I was getting things done, but like there was no life that was living, because I was just a robotic. I would do the work or go to work and do the things that I need to do, and go home and not eat, and get up and do the same thing every day, and then smoke more blunts and more blunts, because it honestly raises my tolerance. I don't know how, but it does. So I try to, especially now that I'm understanding it more and how it affects me and how it's affected the decisions that I've made, people that I've let into my lives, situations that I put myself in or I've had happen to me. I just, I'm more transparent about what I need from other individuals, and how so that I can help make our relationship stronger. Whether it be like, hey, I'm not a good texter. You have a better chance of getting a conversation out of me if you call me and you get on the phone with me. Or more or less, what else?
So you don't. So conversations on the phone or voice notes, do those work for you too?
Yeah, voice notes work for me. I don't like to have to sit down and actually text because reading, actually, like, my brain moves so fast sometimes that like I misspell words, or my punctuation is wrong, or I don't want to have to put that into it. Like, it just frustrates me so much that I just don't even want to do it. So I'd rather have that vocal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm really bad. Or if we planned a date or a friend date, I'd be like, okay, make sure I put it in my calendar.
Oh yeah. I'm big about that too, because I'll forget.
I will forget. I will double schedule, triple schedule, quadruple schedule, because time is money, and if you're not working, then what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, that's real.
Yeah.
Those sound like in a sense of like real. Every day you have to think about, okay, it's affecting your everyday life, and every day you have to set these certain, routine.
I have to be on a routine.
A routine to in order to
on everything. For me to be truly high functioning, I have to be on a strict, damn near a strict routine. I need to have a strict diet. I need to watch what I consume, because also the things that you eat kind of mess with your ADHD and mess with, our dopamine levels and such. So yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that story.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you for giving me that platform to talk about it. I love to talk about it. I love to educate people, because it's something that is not educated, and people don't talk about it enough or admit to it or understand it. And there's a lot of people out there walking around with ADHD or ADD and don't even know it.
Yes. I mean, I think that like your lived experience is someone else's lived experience too. And, you know, hopefully that, you know, you inspire other people just to be more open about, you know, sharing. Because that's the thing. Maybe they've had a lot of difficulty with forming connections with people in relationships because of their, you know, being neurospicy, you know. But having that communication, be like, hi, by the way, you know, let me share a little bit about who I am. And then that way you can understand. Because, yeah, you were open with me about it. And I, you know, I mean, I have a lived experience too with things. So for me, I was like, okay, I get it. I understand, you know, so... Yeah, you know, we're just trying to understand each other's people.
When
so
people tell you something about their mental health, don't disregard them, because that's like one of our biggest problems is that people just push that mental health or mental disorder under the rug, and we feel alone and frustrated as it is because we don't think our brain works the same as others. So just listen to them or educate. Like I know I keep saying this, just educate yourself. Learn to understand things before you form opinions or you make judgments or pass judgments on people.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. What a sickening meditate segment. Masturbate. So I am gonna choose masturbate for the next segment. Now it could be anything. You could be as, you know, you could be as detailed as you want. Oh, you know, one time I sold my, you know, you could say one time I sold my panties on the internet, or I mean that is not a real story, but I tried, guys. I actually did try that one time.
You did?
Yeah, it's called. No, because you have to market the fuck out of it, bitch. It's work.
I had a friend.
Selling your panties is work, y'all.
It was work. It was team. We did it together.
Did you?
No, I didn't sell my panties, but like, you know, I was moral support.
Because the thing is, like,
she was out there. I mean, she was making bread.
She was making bread. Okay, so she actually did a pretty good job at it.
Yeah.
Listen. Okay, like, get your coin.
Okay, baby.
Get it.
Get it.
No judgment here. I was just like,
by any means necessary.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, and that's the thing too. Like when I figured out that, like, oh, okay, you have to like, there's like a saturation here, and you have to kind of like build up your following of people that will buy your soiled underwear. And I was like, this is like hashtag work, and I'm good.
Okay. God damn it.
Because then I was like, you know, I had to wear the thing. Okay, you guys, it's been a thing, but yeah, so. Masturbate. That's the segment.
What about? I mean, like, as you know, Kimbo, I'm single. So it's, you know, whatever.
She's like, I'm out here. Single.
I'm single. I haven't actually put myself out there. Actually, I've been.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just been working. I think I've been neglecting that part just by hiding in my work and stuff. But
would you go on the apps and all that?
I don't even have the time to even think about trying to
look at how triggered you got.
those fucking apps. And
she was like, what?
The horror stories that I've heard about dating apps is
you've been on them before, right? Or no? Have you ever...
maybe like a long time ago, maybe like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
That's like me too. Yeah.
But as for masturbate, I don't do it as often. I'm actually like on a hiatus right now. I've been hearing so many different things. One about like watching porn, and no offense to any porn like adult entertainers or sex industry workers, because again, I support them. I have a lot of friends in that industry, and like I said, I want my friends to make money. It's like that pie, we got to get to
listen
but I was, you know, listening to a bunch of relationship coaches about just masturbation and pornography and together, and sometimes how it sets unrealistic standards in the bedroom between you and your partner and stuff like that. And like, I don't know if there's a healthy level of watching pornography or not. I mean, like, I did used to watch pornography. I did used to meditate at some point in my life. I'm at a point where I also read an article, and I had a friend introduce this to me about controlling that urge. And
which urge to
masturbate?
Okay.
Basically to have an orgasm, and how a lot of
like edging.
It basically kind of ignoring it or holding it off until you like it's necessary, or till you can't
to explode.
Yeah, or to explosion, because apparently like it kind of controls the way your thought process works, and sometimes you do whatever you need. It's to get that feeling and to get that 5 seconds of relief, and I guess like learning to ignore that is kind of learning to control your urges. So I'm just trying to be healthy and wholesome, you know, maybe just waiting to share that with,
come on now,
you know, somebody.
It's gonna be
not
like
anybody, somebody, a certain somebody. I don't know who yet, but yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, like, so there's like a term of like edging where you're like do you get your like? So you're completely not like you're ignoring it, but you don't like. I guess edging's different because that's like almost like you're teasing yourself. Like some for edging is like I think it's like you start to like you masturbate and you like.
What does this term mean?
Like you like would masturbate a little bit and then like but you don't come.
Oh my God, that's torture. Why would you like, do that to yourself?
Because it's called like edging, and then like you like wait and wait. Like some people like will do it in a session, or some people will like wait, maybe like do it and then like come back and like do it later in the day, or like they'll wait a whole nother day.
Is
like,
that even healthy for your body?
I mean, it's a practice. I feel like it's like a muscle. Like you're exercising it, kind of like like your Kegels.
I've never done
like
that.
A yoni egg.
Done that before, but I don't think I would have enough restraint to
You'd be like, hell no.
We go all the way. Okay.
Well, like when I studied tantra a little bit, and so that was like a part of it too. Was like edging, and it was like getting yourself to that peak, and then like with straining.
I learned a new word today.
Yeah, and then you just kind of like, and then that way when you actually do, reach an orgasm, then it's just like mind fucking blowing. And then people have said that they've orgasmed for like hours. And like, yeah.
After. Damn. Okay. Very much interesting.
Taylor's like, wait a minute now. Where do I sign up? Okay. It's like, where do I
like I said, I don't have the restraint. Once you get me started.
Right? You're like, we have to, it's a done deal. Yeah. So, well, thank you for that. Medicate is next. I'm curious about what is your okay, so you did say that you are a sativa girl. Do you not smoke hybrids or indicas, or do they work for you?
They don't. At one point, I used to only smoke indicas. I never really liked the taste of hybrids, but I used to smoke indicas all the time. But I actually kind of just based off of my terpene profile. Like, okay, I really love limonene. Like, I love that. I love limonene.
Oh my God. Limonene, whatever, however you say that. Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Potato.
I like carophylline too.
That's a really good one.
Mercy.
Yeah, I just like citrusy, floral. I like, you know what I mean? Every now and then, I know that I need an indica because I have cramps or
they help with cramps.
Yeah, or I'm like, can't. Like, I don't know, like sometimes at night, like my brain starts going at 10,000% and I'm thinking 10,000 things at once and I can't go to sleep. So I need an indica to like put me out or whatever, or a hybrid in the middle of the day to not like, you know what I mean?
To level.
So I know I'm very aware of intentional smoking and,
same.
knowing when and what dose or method I need to use at that time.
Same.
My preferred method is a blunt, always, of course, but sometimes I might not, like, it's not time to smoke a blunt, or I just need a dab hit, or maybe just popping an edible to get me through the day so that I'm not, taking time away from what I need to be doing to smoke a blunt or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing too, that I think in the sense of like how you consume depends on what's the situation. Because in the morning, sometimes in the morning I'm like hitting my blunt is a little too rough on my throat. So like I love doing like a nice like I like the drops, like the 1906 drops. Like I'll take like like a Go pill, or I'll do like a Boost pill or something. So and that's nice because it's like the pick me up I need, but which my throat is like saves that. So that's cool. I love that for you. And yeah, look at you. I know, listen guys, we appreciate you because right now me and Taylor are high as shit and we are just like friends. So it's like I could sit there and talk to her all day.
I'm literally just talking to Kim.
I know. Like she's like, wait, you guys are here?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're
so
good.
Rude.
We're like
a
Kiki.
very important part of this conversation.
No, of course. But no, we appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah.
Taylor, it's been really fun having you on the show.
Thank you
for coming. You did a great job. And guys, so literally right now, like, is there any way we can like, support you, follow you? Like, what do you like? This is the time. Like, let us know where we can
find me
you.
In the 6 with my woes.
Hey.
You can follow me on Instagram, either at taylor.christina_ or at honey.duchess_. I'm usually out in the streets all the time, so if you see me out in the field, please say hi. I'd love to have a conversation, learn your story about weed, and learn what your journey is in general with life, and just understand. I love meeting new people. Yeah. Other than that, I'm like a hermit. So you won't catch me outside. I come out like every full moon. That's when I come outside.
Honestly, like I'm excited for like fall and winter, guys. Yeah. Like I'm ready to be
cozy.
Bitch, I'm a Taurus. Like, I'm fucking ready, bitch. I've been ready. Like I'm just like, yes, it's gonna be chilly. There's gonna be snow. Like I used to hate this shit. So now I'm like, that's right, bitch. It's coming up again. I can't believe this year
is so bad.
is almost done.
I can't believe the things that happened this year.
This year has been, yeah, we're gonna have to definitely have a reflection episode because it's been a lot. Like, I want to go through and see all of. I feel like we lived 5 years in 1 year, and it's been so fast. So, but yeah, thank you so much for coming and doing the show. I really appreciate you being here and sharing your story. You know, about your origin story, about, you know, how you got into, you know, your profession, and then also just your experience with modeling, and then also just being like neuro-spicy and sharing your lived experiences. I think that's really big, coming from, you know, and also a Black woman at that, you know, sharing like both perspectives, like being, you know, a Black woman and having that, but then also being neuro-spicy. Like, yeah, it's been great chatting with you. I've learned a lot more about you too, which is sickening.
Awesome.
So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And is there anything you want to leave the people with? I always do this with Becky. She's always like, "What, bitch? Leave the people with what?"
Of course, stay high, stay fly, everybody.
That was cute.
Have a good night, you know?
Yes, I'm gonna stay high, stay fly, y'all. That's all. That's all it is. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Yes.
That was so much fun. I love it. Yeah.
Did you love it?
I had an amazing time.
That was fun, bitch. I learned a lot about Taylor, y'all.
Did you?
Yes. I love your stories. Super, super inspiring. You know, you're like, now,
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate.